I'm trying to do videos on really important subjects that matter most to me, but that I have experience in. But I recently gone through. I'm just trying to write. I've got a script that I didn't even have to write. I helped writing it. The great thing about AI, So even my research is so much easier because there's AI. But can't even hold the phone properly. I need to wash my hair. I look a mess without this foundation filter. I'm not well. I read that recovery from a stent, if it's a planned stent, is a week because it's planned. But if it's after a heart attack, it could take weeks or months. But then I didn't realise that MRSA and sepsis, I'm 5 years on now. Well, I didn't know for 5 years. 2022, 23. So I'm not even 5 years on, I'm 3 years on. But and then you hear about everyone's getting sick is my point. I've never been a sick person, do you know what I mean? I haven't. I've been balls to the wind most of the time. But I don't know. Where I live as well, I'm part of the recovery program, I'm sober. But where I live as well, just people are just there's so many deaths. So many. And I live in a rural area. Where I live, there's, you shouldn't have a cluster of so much in such a little space. But because we're so close to Swansea, I guess, or Cardiff, when you compare us to that, there's difference. But not when if you put it into proportion, then we're up there, And then I'm coming across stories about Imogen Nunn and how she was able to buy a substance online. So I'm trying to do a really important video about that because I'm really worried about the way Canada's laws are for the medical assistance in diet. If, the fact that those laws are legal in Canada and other places is how she was able to get it so easily online to begin with. But I'm trying to write it with proper compassion and thought and with facts, not just, but I'm struggling. I'm not all well over here. Maybe that's why I'm fighting, I'm so freaked out. Is because if that was legal, let's not say about me now with Imogen, if that was legal, it wouldn't be that she took her own life and the headline wouldn't be reading the way it is. It wouldn't be. It would be a standard thing. 1 in 20 deaths in Canada is to do with MAID. 1 in 20. It's normalising suicide. That's what it is. It's normalising. Legally, you're allowed to do it. I'm not against pro-choice. But we understand that things can be manipulated. Laws, even things that we think are for granted. Have they been? Look what's going on. We got benefit cuts. We got Ukraine, Palestine, Gaza. We've got amazing tech. Where I'm seeing stuff like this, other countries are seeing what tech really is. What we see is not the pretty stuff. No, what they're seeing is destruction, and I don't know. I'm going a bit off topic. I know I went off topic. I'm ADHD too, but the point is, if there's no support, and that's a cost-saving solution, which it is in Canada, that's by law, and the other man, and it's passed the second vote here, it's going to be so easy to manipulate, or not even manipulate, me. What if I decided to say yes today, and then, because of life struggles, because I'm homeless, I'm scared, my mental health is acting up, maybe it's PTSD, it's trauma, my memories, whatever reason, but with support, and a care plan, and a community, I'd have a much better chance than everything stripped back, but the only option being that. That's going to be more accessible, is my worry. And I think that I'm not hearing no talks about it. I'm searching so much on TikTok, on YouTube, everywhere. Why are we not talking about this? I agree. There's so many important issues going on in the UK, but this one is silent. She bought those chemicals from somebody who was legally allowed to have them. He was legally allowed to have them. Not allowed to sell them, no. But anyone in Canada, and they can legally get these. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Look for the Kelsey Sharon perspective. She's a vet who was treated for PTSD, etc. Would have been okay for MAID if mental health came into it. Turned out what she had was a traumatic brain injury. And now she's fighting, saying that when they're allowing it for mental health, the age limit drops. So that's why I think that we should be aware of this. When you think about the last couple of years, even now, your child can go into school, decide they are or want to do something, from contraceptives on, you don't need to be notified. You don't. What are the rules going to look like when everybody's got rights over their autonomy? I don't know. Call me mad, but you're clearly not looking around the world.